everybody, and welcome. It is me, your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend, Joe Sebi. What's up, guys? Happy Wednesday. And as always, our Wednesday theme is a subject that we like to call Picture This. It's when I give you an image, a photograph, a painting, a comic strip, whatever it is, any kind of image, and your job is to write a chorus, a song, a hook, the main part of the song, which is a chorus. And we do this exercise often because it's very successful. It's been successful for a long time for all of us. I have been doing this for years at the studio before, we were shut down by COVID. When we were in class every day, 5 days a week, we were doing this a lot when we were writing songs. It's a great way to just start an idea. I mean, everything around us is an influence. Like everything around us can be an influence. Movies, a TV show, a picture, another song. There's so many things that, for me anyway, that set me off to be creative or have a topic or subject matter or a theme, right? I hate it when I have to write music for somebody, and they come over and I say, and they, they're not really big writers. They're more vocalists or, performers, but they want to write songs. So they're looking to me for an answer. So they say, do you have any ideas? Like I'll ask them, do you have any ideas for, a song you would want to write about? Sometimes they do. A lot of times they'll have something. But I've come across where people have no clue. They're like, I don't know. I don't have any ideas right now. So if I don't have any ideas and they don't have any ideas, what are we going to do? We're just going to stand around and look at each other for a while, right? I don't know. And look at blank pieces of paper. And that's not always good either. But I mean, so these pictures give you sort of like a starting point, a jumping point to like start something. It gives you a forced perspective of subject matter. And like I say every week, and it's so true, the reason I love to do this is because, a picture is just a moment frozen in time. You don't know what's happened before it. You don't know what's happened after it. Only that split second shot, Sometimes it's a photograph. Sometimes it's a painting or a computer generated image or whatever it is. But I'll go through Google Images and sometimes I'll just type in thought-provoking images. And there'll be a ton of stuff that comes up. And I'll look through those and I'll be like, oh, that's neat, or that's cool. I like that. That's a cool, that gives me a lot of story ideas, just based on a picture. So, your job here, don't worry, I always say this too, but keep this in mind always. Don't worry about rhyming in the beginning. Just look at the photograph, okay? When I give you an image, I want you to stare into it. Literally stare into it until you're not sitting here at your desk anymore or wherever you're watching my YouTube video. And the beauty of having it on video is you can hit the pause button and stare at that picture for, 2 hours if you wanted to, So it's up to you. However long you want to look at that image is entirely up to you. And I want you to take your paper and pen like this. And I want you to, when you look at the image, and I'll show you the image in a few minutes, but when you stare at the image, I want you to write everything down that's in the picture. Like you're writing a grocery list, like you're going to the store. Milk, butter, eggs, blah, blah, blah. Write down everything you see, because that might be the catalyst for the title, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Like there could be something in the background and you write it down and that could turn into the name or, whatever it is. And again, there's no wrong way to do this, okay? You're the creator of this universe. There's no wrong way to do this. The only rules are it's got to rhyme, it's got to tell a story, and it's got to make sense to the listener. And what I mean by that is if they even translated it into Swahili, it would still be the same storyline. That way, everybody across the world will understand what you meant in that song. Do you know what I'm saying? It's got to be laid out for people. So even if they translate it to a new language, it would still be the same idea, and everybody would get the message of what the chorus is saying, okay? So, that's the only rules. Like I said, it's got to rhyme, it's got to tell a story, and it's got to make sense to the listener. That's it. That's really it. Anything else, there's no wrong way to do it. If it's a picture of a dog and it makes you think about your neighbor because your neighbor had a dog a couple years ago that looked like that, write it about your neighbor. It doesn't matter what sets it off. It's just getting started. That's the whole point, right? Then after you write everything down and you look at all the factual things that are in that image, then start, remember when I told you to daydream and stare into the picture? When you pull back and you realize you're back at your desk or in your kitchen or wherever you're watching this YouTube video, I want you to start writing down that little daydream that you had, the little movie that played in your head when you were spaced out looking at the image. Okay, when you pull back and you're here, grab your pen and paper, start writing it down. Even then, don't worry about rhyming yet. Just write down what you saw, okay? Then you can get creative with rhyming and trying to find cool words that rhyme. And you can use a rhyming dictionary. It's very simple. You can go on your phone. What rhymes with blue? Flew, through, glue, true, whatever. So you're allowed to use a rhyming dictionary. In fact, I use one every day when I'm writing songs. It's very important to use one. Anyway, guys, okay, so now that you know the rules and you know how everything works, I'm going to show you the photograph. So without further ado, here is your picture for Picture This. Check it out. Okay, so we're back. So you saw the picture. Very cool picture. I thought it was cool. I don't know. I don't know what it was. The colors, the bubbles, it's a man standing there. It's kind of not a silhouette. You can see the back of his head, and you can see he's wearing, a long sleeve shirt, like to his elbows with a pair of jeans. And he's standing what looks like rocks or whatever. And then there are these bubbles all over against a beautiful reddish blue sky. And there's all these little bubbles. And inside the one bubble is a woman in there. Okay, so I was looking at this. And I started, spacing out in my mind. I started staring at that picture. And I went into my daydream. Okay? And what I got out of this was... in my story, this guy thought back to a girl that he really cared about and loved, and he let her get away. This happens in real life. I know a lot of people that this has happened to, including myself. Over the past, I had that one girl that I thought was really sweet, and for whatever reason, it didn't work out. And then you look back and say, man, I should have really chased her down and went for it because she was worth it, you know? So that's what I got out of that photograph. And then so now I'm going to read to you what I wrote about this, okay? I called it, You're the One That Got Away. So that's what I called it. Okay, so here it is. Oh, you're the one that got away, but in my heart you'll always stay. A love that's lost but never fades, as memories play like serenades. Although you're gone, you live inside, and love refuses to subside. But in my heart you will remain as the one that got away. So that's what I wrote. Let me read it one more time so you get the gist of it. Oh, you're the one that got away, but in my heart you'll always stay. A love that's lost but never fades, as memories play like serenades. Although you're gone, you live inside, and love refuses to subside. But in my heart you will remain as the one who got away. And I have a melody for this too. I won't share it with you now because that'll be for a different day. Maybe I'll bring it to the studio and put it up on the board and we'll write a song based on this chorus. But anyway, guys, that is my idea for that picture. I can't wait to see what yours is about. I'm excited to see. I always get excited to see what you guys write for these things because I'm telling you, you guys write some great stuff and I can't wait to see what your genius minds come up with for this. Anyway, guys, this is your songwriting partner, your co-producer, and as always, your friend Joe Seavey signing off. I love you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you soon. Peace.